I want to start with a few quotes today. The first one is from William Blake. We are put on earth a little space. You know, we only have a few moments in time. You know that, right? There's a little dash between when you are born and then when you die. And even that little tiny space on planet Earth, it goes by very quickly, as I'm told. It goes by very quickly. And no one knows when that last day is going to be put on that tombstone called your life. No one knows when your Earth visa is going to be called. You know, we get a little tiny space, a little moment in time. For what? Well, William Blake continues when he says that we may learn to bear the beams of love. Did you feel that? The beams of love. That's who you are. You are a beam of love. Teilhard de Chardin says, love is an animating energy pulsating through the universe, the supreme spiritual energy linking all elements and persons and their irreplaceable and incommunicable essence in the universal process of unification. Say amen, folks. That's pure truth right there. Or as I love my darling Charles Fillmore, Chuck as I call him, Chuck Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, where he says love is the binding, harmonizing, unifying power in the whole universe, and it holds everything together. I just love that. I love that. Love, it's in everything. It doesn't die. It's forever. It is the thing that holds the atoms, the cells of your being together in oneness. That is who you are. Isn't that exciting? I think it is. There's an old out-of-print book called Awakening in Love's Presence, written by a British author, Sir Francis Young, and he said this while standing on the top of the Himalayas. I don't know why I said it that way, other than he's from the UK, but he said this: I had a curious sense of being literally in love with the world. Can you imagine being in love with the world right now? Being in love with the world, there's no way in which I can express what I felt. I felt as if I could hardly contain myself for the love which was just bursting within me. It seemed as if the world itself were nothing but love. The whole world seemed in a blaze of love, and all human hearts were burning to be in touch with one another. My friends, that burning, blazing presence of God, that love that is within us, is what we're here to express, to give, to extend forth to one another. I had a direct experience and encounter with this kind of love. My husband Steve and I went to my cousin's memorial service I think it was like 8 years ago. And we sat up front with the rest of the family. And this church was huge, maybe it sat about 1,000 people or more. And I was amazed that the sanctuary was filled with people that came in from every aspect of life. They just came in to honor him. And before the service started, I kept turning around, and there was now standing room only. I mean, they were standing on the sides of the aisles of the sanctuary. They were standing in the back. The pews were just packed full of people. I knew my cousin as the funny, loving, quirky guy that I grew up with. Do you know, it's like family knows you in a certain context. You know, they know you they don't know the effect that you have on other people. They don't know the things that people think about you. They don't know how you've touched other people's hearts. They don't know the miracles that you've created in other people's lives. And there I was thinking, well, heck, who is this guy that, all these people have come to honor? I thought I knew him really well, but apparently not. And there was something in that service that I recall somebody saying. I heard the words, he was love made visible. Have you ever heard words that just kind of stop you in your tracks? And sometimes nobody else gets it, but for you, you just have this awakening, and I didn't hear anything else after that. Love made visible. Those words awakened me, and those words became my mantra. I decided, what if I just said this affirmation and saw love being made visible everywhere? My friends, that is what we're here to do. To teach love, to share love, to give love. That's what this is all about, to make sure that we are love made visible. It's all about the love that we extend to others, because that's what continues on. Bodies come and go, but love is forever. I began to look at my world as love made visible. My mom, her selfless giving all of my life, love made visible. Your dogs, your cats, when you come home, they greet you, love made visible. My chickens, love made visible. About 8 eggs a day, love made visible. I walk in here on Sunday mornings and I see the volunteers serving you. My friends, that's love made visible. When you look at the beauty that surrounds you, that love is made visible. When miraculous things just happen in your life that God created just for you, that's love made visible. When your loved ones, your spouse, your those that are near and dear to you, and they do something special for you, that's love made visible. The smiles and the kindnesses of complete strangers, that's love made visible. If you look for it, love actually is all around. If you look for it. In Unity, we're taught to look through the eyes of God, not through the small ego self. You have a dash of time. How do you spend that dash of time? Let me use this as an example. As many of you know, my husband and I live up in Ojai, and there's 2 ways to get here to Unity of Santa Barbara, right? There's the back road called the 150, saves me about 8 minutes. It winds, it curves around, and there's beautiful views along the way. Or there's the 101, which also has an amazing view of the ocean. Now, let me preface this by asking, have you ever noticed that traffic seems to be a universal place where that little ego self tends to take over? You know what I'm saying? Traffic. You're going from A to B. You do it frequently. You know how long it takes. So I'm on the back road of the 150 to save 8 minutes. Driving in my car in my hopefully awakened state, and I'm noticing that there's someone in front of me that is going as slow as molasses. And I really try not to pass on that road because of all the curves. So I decide in my awakened way to just honk the horn just a little bit. Nothing. And I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Stress builds up. Major judgment about this person fills my mind. The cars are starting to pile up behind me, like they're just waiting in line. I could feel their tension. About 20 minutes, I was aggravated, making up all kinds of stories about this person, about how inconsiderate they are that they didn't pull over to the side and let us all by. And I could feel the tension in myself, in the drivers behind me. And when I had the opportunity to pass her, I gave her the evil eye. Anybody ever do that before? Yeah. That's the little ego self at work, my friends. As if an extra 8 minutes is more important than sitting back and enjoying the ride. Let's think of that as the dash, if you will, the dash between the day you were born, point A, to when your Earth visa is called point B. At least for myself. Did I even see the love made visible? Did I see the beauty of the lake, the open fields, the blossoms on the vine growing on the near side roads? Did I see the flowers and the vegetables that were for sale? We all do this. It's called life in a body. It's the journey of getting there. And the question is, how do you want to arrive? That's the work we're all doing. It's about looking at your sense of self-importance over and over and over and over again. Hey, and you can stop with the self-importance, and can you see love made visible? My friends, you create your world by the way you look at it. You create your world by the way you act in it. I would like to give you homework this week. Take the mantra, I see love made visible. Let's say this together. I see love made visible. Say it wherever you go. See love made visible everywhere. Acknowledge that, and acknowledge today, seeing your moms. You know, think about your moms, those that have passed on, those that are still living. They made love visible. And in doing so, you may be surprised to find that you do not need to make many changes in the outside world, because what happens is that when you do this work, when you begin to just really practice this work, you begin to set yourself up for more and more miracles. The universe begins to respond to you. You find yourself more and more at the right place at the right time, connected to the right people, and these right people will always connect you to your highest joy. And you begin to realize that everything you do matters. Everything. My dear friend Richard Levy wanted this read at his memorial service, and I don't know who wrote it. It's someone wrote it, but it's very beautiful. I just love it. It says, "When I die, if you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you with something. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. And if you can give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not just in the thought in your mind. Love doesn't die. People do. Bodies come and go. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Give me away. Give me away." Yes, my friends, we are put on earth a little space that we may learn to bear the beams of love. Love made visible everywhere. And with that, can I get an amen? Amen.